Mic check 1, 2, 3. Welcome to Bench Romer Studios. We are the bench with the voice. I am one of your hosts. My name is Eric. Everybody's dying over here.
Yeah.
And I'm Ricky.
Thank you.
You looked at
Fuck, what am I? Who am I?
Who are you? My name is Marco.
Hey, Marco. How's it going, Marco?
Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Oh, it's my turn. I bet. It's Edgar. Again. Like usual. Every time.
Okay. And the VAR?
And so you don't forget me in the VAR studios. My name's Diego. So
What's going on, Diego? How's VAR looking today? Anything controversial up there?
How's the VAR like?
listen. I'm reviewing the plays. I'm keeping a close eye on Edgar. I don't want any Mo Salah diving on the recording. So
That is a world record for banter recording.
Look, roly-poly-oly.
Is it?
Take it easy.
I think
He
so.
got on. And
but recording-wise.
He's
Yeah.
happy. He's happy. That's
All right.
what it is.
So, guys, give you guys a little rundown of today's episode.
Can't stop smiling. Shit.
I
Got his shades on and everything.
Yeah, I got the Edgar smugness after they.
Keep working on it, buddy. Not quite
Now I
yet.
know how it-
Not quite yet.
now
No, too much
I know how it
smiling.
feels. I got up. It was you know.
All right, so yeah, as I was saying, today's a little bit different. We have no script, so what's this podcast without drama, right?
Of course.
So Marco, I think you had some points you wanted to make earlier about what was said about Messi.
Yeah, well, I want to ask you guys. Do you guys think it's fair?
Yes, what was said?
Well, there's a lot of that's been said. One of the things was that a lot of the media and the people and the fans from Argentina are complaining that Messi left before the second game, the semi-friendly, to go back to Barcelona because he was quote unquote injured. But today he was training with Barcelona with no problem and with no sign of injury. So a lot of the people are pissed that he left. People are asking for him not to show up anymore. People are saying that if he's captain, that you expect the captain to be there in and out. Doesn't matter if you're doing well or not. You are basically the face or the motivation to the rest of the team. So you should technically be there. So is it?
Well, I mean, talk to the Messi fans over here.
Damn. That last point, yeah, I would say, yeah. Like, you should be there whether you're playing or not. Like, you're the captain. You need to.
That's one of the things that they said. Yeah.
So I agree with that point. But at the same time, I don't know.
Do you think Messi has the leadership skills to be a captain?
I don't know because I would. All right, if you had asked me this last week, I would say no. He doesn't. He's not like a Ronaldo where he can become almost like a coach, you know. And
We saw it. We
and,
saw that.
yeah. I don't see, or we haven't seen that from Messi. But there, coincidentally, I was watching a YouTube clip where it was like, and you think Messi doesn't have leadership skills, and it's him talking throughout the whole game, like talking to his players, to the bench, to the coach. So it's like he's not that obvious about it, but he does. I mean, at least in that particular video, like you can see where he does do that.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say whether he is or not. I think Argentina in general has always had like an ego problem because they're all superstars in their own respective club teams.
Todos son creídos.
And so everybody wants to be the top guy. And so it's a little hard to manage egos. And I think that's where Messi is not good at. He's not good at managing egos. He's just like, you know, I'm going to do my job and, you know.
You do yours.
You do yours. So I think that's where the issue is.
Whatever Messi does in Argentina, it's just bad. Like, there's literally nothing he could do other than carry them on his back and win something. And then even then, he'd probably get some kind of criticism. It's insane. If he were there and they would have won 1-0 against Morocco, it would have been like, well, they only won 1-0 against Morocco. It's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, we got Messi, and that's all we could do against Morocco. Yeah. He wasn't there. They won. It's like, oh, okay, well, that's great news. You won without Messi. Just take it as an opportunity for them to see what's like without Messi. He could get injured. Okay, he gets injured, he doesn't play. At least you know you can beat Morocco. It's a start. Morocco's on level with Bolivia, so maybe you'll get somewhere in the Copa America. But come on, it's just blowing up, and the Argentinian fans are just too much, man.
Yeah, they are.
Do you think
It's
Messi should go back?
It's a tough crowd. I think.
Do I think he should go back? Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know how you stir up the courage, not the courage, but the la garra, the want to go back, especially if you know you're gonna get stick if you don't win it. You know what I mean? But if I were him, I'd go back just because of the pride of the shirt. I mean, I'm not Argentinian. I'm saying if I were getting called up by Guatemala and everybody hated me, I'd still go to Guatemala and play, even if we know we're gonna lose.
I like you said Guatemala because United States. I don't think you ever be able to.
Exactly. Dude, I keep going back to my Hoboken team every weekend after getting our asses kicked, and yeah, so.
I'm never going back.
And I keep going back. I'm back.
Bag.
Yeah.
Diego, you being a Messi hater, what do you think?
A Messi hater. I don't think anybody's a Messi hater here.
Listen, I'm a self-proclaimed Messi hater because I think that guy shouldn't be anywhere near the national team, man. No way. And he showed it in the game against Venezuela, man. It's not like Ronaldo where he got injured mid-sprint while he's chasing down a ball because they're desperately trying to equalize in this Euro qualifier. He just, after the game, he mysteriously got injured, and like Marco said, he's pictured training like nothing with Barcelona. It shows where his focus is and where he's comfortable. I've gotten into it with a lot of other Messi fans over the last week. We're arguing that Messi's in his comfort zone, and that's one of the biggest things that's stopping him. At least in my eyes, I don't care if people don't give a shit about what I think. That he's not going to be able to ever be the best because he's in his comfort zone. And right now, okay, they can beat Morocco, to Edgar's point, on par with Bolivia. But in the 83rd minute off a fluke goal, you really consider that beating? Like, they should be putting 4 or 5 past Morocco. Easy. Sure. With or without Messi. And how do they expect to get by with the rest of the team? It leads on to, like, there's something else that happened that I had brought up. I don't know if now's the right time, but I just want to bring up the fact that for the World Cup qualifier, if Messi didn't show up at the last minute versus Ecuador, they would have been without a World Cup. They would have had 25 points, They would have been shitted out. Chile would have been in the playoffs. Colombia and Peru qualified directly. People still World Cup amnesia because he's doing so good with Barcelona now, and that's a hard fact. Even with him being in the squad, someone came at me and they're like, "Oh, they had the same win percentage with the 6 games that he played during qualifier, 83%." And then some dude was like, "That's the same percentage as Man City during their 100-point season." Yeah, winning the EPL by 100 points is not the same as
La Liga by 100 points.
No, it's
Nowhere
not.
near the same.
There's no way it's
to
near.
qualify.
Look, the
It's not
bullshit
the
is
same,
that
so-
you can cater stats to go for your argument or go against your argument or just whatever. Stats are stats. Like, let's be honest though. What you said about Messi bringing Argentina over the line and getting them into the World Cup, that's what he did, and he also got them to the final. 2 World Cups ago. It's like the guy has put in his work, but it just doesn't click in the Argentinian team.
But it's not like they put him in that. It's not like they put him in that last game. It's not like they played with him the entire qualifier without Messi, and then suddenly they're like, "Okay, save us."
You're right, but I mean, at the end of the day,
Before that, they should have won games. They should have won games against Bolivia. They should have won games against Peru. They should have never lost to Venezuela twice. They should have never tied to Ecuador.
and you're right. And then Messi had to do Messi things right at the end and make it happen. So Messi is like a big Band-Aid for a fucked up domestic league in Argentina. That's what it is.
The domestic league or international squad?
No, it comes from the domestic league. The politics and the corruption inside a domestic league of Argentina is massive. It's ridiculous. They take their best players, they send them out. They don't grow their local teams. They're all about forwards. Name me a good defender anymore. I mean,
I thought Mendy's pretty good.
Yeah, but he's not ranked top in the world.
Heinze was nasty.
Rojos was okay.
Rojo doesn't get on the Manchester United team.
He was okay.
I mean, exactly. I mean, Ashley Young beats him out. Eric Bailly beats him out. It's like, come on.
Well, Bailly's pretty good.
Yeah, but he's also looked upon as not one of the best. And Rojo can't even beat them out. So, not to bash on Manchester United. I'm saying that you guys have better players than Rojo. But when you're talking Argentina, that's the player you're putting on who's getting his ass kicked by, who was it? Mbappe. Basically kicked his ass in that game. It's like, come on, get the fuck out of here. It's just... Messi's a big bandit that needs to be ripped off, and when he leaves the Argentinian team, we're gonna see if all the Messi banter was worth it, if it was true, or if we're actually gonna see the injury underneath.
And also, it's isn't it supposed to be like a team effort? Like, well, why is everybody like I understand that a player carries a lot of weight in a team, especially a superstar like that. But it's also a team effort. Like fuck, like the other players need to carry their own weight too.
The perfect example is Ronaldo, though. Look at the Euros. What happened to Ronaldo at the end?
He got hurt.
Yeah.
And what did everybody else do? They carried their
They
weight.
carried their shit. Yeah.
They said, all right, fuck it. Our talisman is hurt. We're still going to carry our shit. And guess what? It was a defensive line that did the work. They had a strong defense. That's why they got through. It wasn't because they were outscoring teams. They required Ronaldo for certain plays. The guy put in, the goal-scoring play. That's why he got him through. But at the end, but the guy who came in for him to win it, Quaresma or Eder.
Eder scored a goal.
Yeah, come on. Eder. Where does he play?
I think he plays in Portugal, if I'm not mistaken.
My guy is in
He's not top class.
Exactly, but he went in and did the work.
Sorry.
And he put in the work. I mean, you got Higuain, you got Dybala as the backups to Messi, and they can't do shit. So they got to step it up too.
Yeah, I feel Dybala, I give him the benefit of the doubt. He hasn't really been given that much of a shout yet.
Apparently, no, he can't play with Messi. Like,
they
don't understand each other. So that's why.
I know, absolutely right.
Egos,
that's the ego.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I mean, like you have to think about it from the Argentinian perspective as well. Which I'm trying to do, I guess, at this point. Like I'm trying to put myself in their shoes. Why they look up to Messi, and why they're getting all this criticism. Why? Because they had a Messi before Maradona. And Maradona won stuff with the Argentinian team. He carried the team.
But it wasn't just himself.
No, it wasn't.
Like,
It wasn't, but the thing,
phenomenal players on that team.
The thing, I think at the end of the day, it falls down to the character of the individual. Messi's character isn't one to stand out.
Perhaps not, but then you also have to look at the character. There's 11 players on the field. Like it's not just one.
No, I agree
character.
with you.
Like I could I'm in my team and I could try to boost up my team as much as I want. But if my team is not willing to do it, don't want to hear it. Like so I'm nothing. Like so Messi in this case, like maybe we don't see it on the cameras, but like maybe he is that. We don't see what happens in the locker room. Like maybe he does like try to inflict that. Into his teammates, but his teammates are like, they just don't give a shit or
pre-bananas.
They're a bunch of egos, like you said, yeah.
So you don't know that. So that's why I'm saying like, I think it's a team effort, like, and I think the rest of the team needs to also put in their work.
I mean, if you gotta remember at the beginning of the season, even with Barcelona, who was the one who stepped it up in like 4 or 5 games? Dembele. Coming off the bench, putting in the work. So even on Barcelona, when he hasn't been clicking, when he's been off, he's had players who come off the bench and do the work.
I mean, they're not consistently.
Not consistently, but at least the 3 games where they needed Dembele to do something, he did.
Yeah, but
they throw on Higuain and he chokes in the World Cup.
You're talking about stats going in your favor. That's kind of an example right there because
No.
Barcelona play a lot more games than Argentina do. So the one
Yes.
game that Messi does bad and then they do good without him.
But it wasn't
You could
one
say the
game.
same
It was several games for a couple weeks where
not that many, dude.
it was like 3 or 4 at least.
He was injured for a long time too, so I don't think that was that many.
Yeah, but see, all right, that's my point, though. My point is that you're able to rely on your teammates to step on the field and produce a goal, a tying goal, a game-winning goal, one goal. The one time he needed Higuain to do something, the guy choked. It's like, come on.
I will enjoy bantering Higuain as much as the next guy. Trust me. Don't get me wrong.
Higuain's an easy target, but it's across the board with all their games.
So let me give, and I don't know if this is a direct example or correlation, but when Sweden didn't qualify to the World Cup, was it Zlatan's fault that they didn't qualify because he's like the main guy, he's the guy that carries the team on the shoulder, or was it just Sweden's fault, like as a team? Because then it would translate the same into Argentina.
Yeah.
Is it just Messi's fault or is it the team's fault?
Well, that I can argue that. I think it was Zlatan's ego that got in the way of Sweden qualifying because this past World Cup they got there without him, and the one with him, Portugal knocked them out.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting to see, but we won't know that until Messi leaves.
Well, I mean, I guess the main reason why we brought this up is because the fans want him out.
Yep.
He left the club,
yes.
quote unquote injured, but he's caught training with the squad.
Yeah, the next day after he left, he went straight to a baptism or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's all again per perspective, I guess. If you're a fan of him, if you're not a fan of him, I mean, I guess Argentina should be the ones that are hurt most by it, not us.
Exactly. I think as a
a
Barcelona
fan.
fan, that's why you really don't care, because Argentina at the end of the day is not your team. It's Barcelona, and as long as it doesn't affect Barcelona, you're good. It hasn't affected Barcelona. Well, Argentina is suffering because Messi or without Messi, I'm guessing they're going to
I
suffer.
mean, I'm gonna tell you this summer I'm cheering for Argentina because I want Messi to win a cup. Like I think that's really what it comes down
like
to.
it's
And
this
there's-
one or nothing.
It's just that's what I want because on that team there's nobody else I really really truly like. I used to like Crespo. I used to like fucking I don't even remember. Nesta was Nesta Argentina. Diego, you might know. I forget. Anyways,
Nesta?
there was some. There
Nesta?
were
No.
This was
no
Italian, dude.
Italian. Fucking
Italian.
I don't even remember. Maybe he played for Lazio. I don't know.
Riquelme.
Regardless, there were Riquelme. That was another player I liked. I mean, I don't honestly remember too many Argentinian players that I'm a huge fan of, but Messi's the one that fucking I mean, sure I'm on that bandwagon, but I fucking want him to win a cup, at least one. Shut up the Argentinians and all right, retire. Be done with it. I don't know. Anyways.
Here we go.